Okay, folks, here we are. We are going to go over real quick from beginning to end. I'm going to be moving a little bit fast, so the video is not too long, but I'll be taking enough time to actually fill in the information. So let's go on how to create a course completely. So add training course is where we're going to go. Once that loads up, you're going to fill in the information. And the course I'm going to build out here for is an example course, which once this finishes loading up, I'm going to make a course here called Marketing with GTP, and the course tagline is making the most money with GTP. And let me update this. This is for Genius Training Pro, because I believe we are going to make sure that this information affects the SEO of the course. So you want to make sure that you keep that in mind for maximum use. So marketing with Genius Training Pro training course. So course tagline: making the most money with GTP, free and paid courses. Course details: in this course you're going to learn how to effectively use courses you create on Genius Training Pro to generate qualified leads for your business or organization. So that's just a summary, right? Course, let's say this course is gonna cost, let's say $49.99. It's a one-time payment. Let's say that we are gonna allow affiliates. You don't have to. This is an option. And let's say we're gonna give away 50%. All right. If we have an image here, let's just say we can use this image here. My logo. I don't have an actual course. That's an actual image for the course. That's just a placeholder, but so you can see how it works. Course language, we're going to keep it in English. This one, course development category. This is going to be business or personal development, marketing, more accurately. I am going to want to enable this for the marketplace, because qualified courses will be able to sell on a marketplace of all the courses within here and make sales that way as well. Course status active or inactive if you want to, but for now we're going to make it active. It's going to default to active. So professor name, Mr. Henry Vargas. This is just a funny name here, like it's not that serious, Mr. Henry Vargas. And then so the professor tagline is, this is going to be marketing, no, this is going to be mix marketing simple. Alright, so that's the tagline for the professor, and then the details, let's say Mr. Henry Vargas has over 16 years of experience in marketing and sales. His Okay, so we put up an image for the professor. Let's go with this guy. Then add course with that information all filled out. That's going to bring you to this next page, and we'll continue from there. Okay, so you can see here now, here's the course Marketing with Genius Training Pro. It is active, there's no chapters, and there's no students. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. So edit course, that's the information we just filled out to create the course. Okay, so the second thing you want to do is get link, which you can also do that to get the link directly for the course, but that's not where we're going right now. Right now we're going to go to here, add course content, because we want to fill in the content for the course real quickly as an example. So here we go. Marketing with Genius Training Pro. Add section. Section is synonymous with chapter, so let's go ahead and add the first one. And the chapter name is going to be Meet the Professor. Meet the Professor. And chapter priority is 0 because it's the first one that they're going to see. And this show after you wanted to see available all time. So this is chapter priority. Once you create the chapters, this is going to be the number you use to put them in order. 0, as you can see, is the highest priority, then 1, then 2, then 3, so on and so forth. And this show after is a time frame after the student has signed up that you want them to be able to see this content. So you can say 1 day, 2 days, a week or two. Right now, because this is the Meet the Professor, that's the initial thing you want them to find out. You want that available all the time, so it's instantly available to them. Make it active, click Save Chapter, and that's going to go ahead and take us again to the next page, which we'll see here. Boom, so there you can see the first section, Meet the Professor. Let me add a second section just so we can see what it's going to look like as we continue to build it out. So then chapter 2 is figuring what should I teach. Okay, so now we're going to go 1 because it's the second one that we want, and we're going to show it all the time as well, so it's immediately available. And save chapter. This is just so that you can see how it'll build out and listing the courses here. As you can see, section 1, Meet the Professor. Section 2, what should I teach? So now within this section, we're going to go in quickly and add a lesson, add a couple lessons so that we can see as an example. So within Meet the Professor, we're going to go to add a section, or I'm sorry, add lesson. And now it's going to open up this screen here, and we're going to fill out the information. So lesson name on the first lesson under Meet the Professor, right? What's the story, right? And that's gonna be what's the story about the professor. So this insert vmerge you have gone into, this is assuming you've already added document into here. Under resources, you can see manage document. Let me go ahead and do that quickly. So now as I open it up over here, that's going to load up, and this is going to be so you can see these are documents that you can use side by side with videos and audios that you can use in your account as well. So I've already loaded up a document. So let's say right now this Making Love the 7 Keys, right? That's just an example video. I haven't made one for this course yet. So we'll say, as you can see, it put it in right there. So the video will load in the topic details, right? And then you can also add any text here that you desire. Come back if you want to get into more details about the description of what's going to be going on here within this lesson. Next, of course, you want to activate the lesson. Make sure it will be active or inactive. Introduction video. If you have a video that's going to be the introduction for this course, like maybe you've made one ahead of time. This one isn't actually for that course, but I'm just going to grab it so I can show you what you would grab. As you can see, it says here the YouTube ID only. So what you see is this is the YouTube ID. After this equal sign, you're just going to grab this, copy this, right? Copy that and paste it into this space right here. And that's going to go ahead and load that video as the introduction video to this lesson in this course. And show after a course, you're going to select how many days after they've signed up you would like them to be able to see this. So let's say 1 day afterwards. Now, if you remember up here, I said this vmerge. It says here vmerge document that you select here. What you do is over here and your resources and the documents, you've previously uploaded a document. Like for example, we have here this DLC that's how to find your perfect love, which is a document for another course, but I'm using it in this one as an example. If you want to add one, you just put the name here, click here to select the document, click submit, and that'll add that into that section for you. So now let's go back over here and save this. So now that's going to save that lesson. And we're going to go in and see what that lesson is going to look like in just a second. I just want to show you real quick. Let's add a second lesson here. Oh no, not there. Here you come. Then again, if you have this, now you have this section here, you can click edit lesson, delete lesson for that specific lesson that we just created, and of course add another section here. It's going to pull up the same information, and you want to save it again. So now we're going to say, for example, we're going to add another lesson, for example, which is going to be, what do people say about him? And then we don't have any other document uploaded right now, so we just select the same one for the example. And I put in the video there with the vmerge for the making the 7 love keys video. And then this, I'll put in more description here. What do people say about him? This is going to be see what clients and acquaintances have to say about him. And then again, active, again select the YouTube ID, got it from over here, highlight again, copy, paste again in here, and then this we're going to want to do it, change this to now, let's say day 2 or day 3. Click save lesson, and that's going to bring us back again to the page where we'll see now a listing of the course name with 2 sections, and the first section with 2 lessons within it, and we can do the same here with the second section, but I'm not going to go to that right now. Okay, great. Now how do we want to, now let's take a look at what this is looking like so far. Now we're going to come to list courses. Okay, and when you click on here, it's going to take you to that link specifically for that course, where people will find that course sitting at. And actually, this is what it's going to look like when it's someone who isn't logged into your account, or when it's someone who who's a new visitor to your site. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to look a little bit different because since they're not logged in, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be able to pop up like this, and you'll see that what we just filled out with the description we filled out, it's all here, the curriculum right here. And if we click this preview, remember we put in that YouTube ID of that video over here. We put give me this second here, let me log in over here, move into get the content for a second. So if you'll remember here within the lesson, we put in that YouTube ID for that for the lesson introduction video down here, as you can see right here. So this video right here is actually, this video that's gonna play right here. We push preview, and here we'll see that this is the video that we selected to put in that space as the introduction to this particular lesson. Boom. Hey folks. So you can see that's what it's going to look like. So this is what the course description looks like when someone is new visiting to your site if they don't have an account. Now, if what your actual hub looks like is, it's going to be your subdomain name, which you can find a setting for that here in your dashboard. You want to make sure you update this subdomain that's on your dashboard here, and you're going to want to make sure this is updated, because whatever this is, that's your subdomain. So you would they would plug that in, like for example Mr. Henry Vargas, since that's the username that we're using here, .geniustrainerpro.com, and that's going to take them to the hub where they'll see all of your courses, and they'll be able to create a course, create an account, purchase a course, so on and so forth. And so that's the importance of having that. Now, back over here, you see when we're now that we've edited the lesson, we added the lesson here, we can add the resources. We can simply type in a resource name. Here you type it, whether it's a document, a video, an audio, or another type of document. Then simply select the document that you want to, the one that you want to add to that particular lesson. Click add, and it's going to go ahead and add that as a resource in that lesson section. So now let's go back to the page, to the course listings real quick. Okay, so now back here at the course listings, the next icon is share your course. You actually can share a course that you've created within your account with another user who has a Genius Trainer Pro account also. So what you do is you click the purple icon and it's going to give you this number. This code is what you're going to share with the person who's going to import your course. Now before we move on to that, I'm going to show you real quick where you would go to import course. Here my courses, import course. The code you just copied from the share course, the person that you were going to share the course with, which would be someone else who has a, maybe you worked with someone on a course and you want to give them access to it as well. Simply paste it in here, paste in the code here, and click submit, and that's going to import that code into that user's account. Now let's go back and take a look at the last couple icons here. Announcements. If you have a particular announcement that you want to make into this course, with this course, to the people about this course, you simply come here, type in the announcement that you'd like to send, click submit, and that would send that announcement out to that course and everybody on that course, in that course. And then of course you have delete, and then here you can add more course content. And so that, my friends, is how you completely create a course from beginning to end.